Bonani, nyamkilekile kwa Es's diary. Yabangandazi igama lami esihlemkosana and namkilekile guys. So, today's topic is struggles of being an actor. Oh my goodness. So people glamorize this thing called acting. And they assume that, being an actor is, it's so cool, it's so, everybody has money, you're the it when you're an actor. They don't understand the struggles of being one. And I will tell you all about it now. However, I want to first share a story about why I decided to become an actor. So growing up, guys, people who went to school with me in primary and high school, I don't think they ever assumed that I would be an actor. I didn't think I would be an actor growing up. I actually used to like singing growing up, and I remember my mom used to buy me karaoke, with the mic and the band and everything. I used to sing my lungs out. So yeah, that's what I wanted to be in primary. And then I got to high school. In high school, guys, my friends told me I can't sing. Like, I decided to sing one day and I was like, you know what, let me sing for my friends and see what they think of my skills, singing skills. My friends looked at me and were like, no, Chani. And they laughed. I was like, oh, okay, so this is not it, hey? Okay, right. So if people say I can't sing, then I shouldn't. And that's when I needed to think, now, okay, sharp, what's gonna be my career? What's gonna bring me money? Because singing is not it, right? And if these people don't believe in me and these are people who are close to me, then it's gonna make me not believe in myself. And I won't pursue that passion because the people around me are not believing what I love, what I can do, or what I assume I can do. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. Let me find another career. So in high school, when my friends were like, no, Chimi, you can't sing, I decided, okay, sharp, what can I do, okay? Something else. I was like, okay, accounting looks cool. Being a chartered accountant looks cool. And growing up, parents used to be like, you need to be a doctor, you need to be an accountant, you need to be an engineer, to become a lawyer, to become those big, things. Do corporate things to be seen as successful, basically. And I was like, yo, I'm not ready for this, but I think accounting looks cool, so I'll try doing accounting, and I'll try, be this chartered accountant. I was like, okay, sharp, grade 10, I chose the subject, accounting, and my marks in accounting, grade 10, 11. Chill. You guys don't want to know. But you know what? I persevered. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a chartered accountant. I can't be a singer anymore, so I need to do this thing. This needs to work out for me. So I was like, okay, sharp, let me do this. And I persevered. I got to grade 12 and I remember just being depressed. I was like, no, this is not it. There were people who were like, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an engineer or whatever, and they were passionate about it, they were really, really passionate about it. When it came to me speaking about accounting, I was just like, no. And like, it's hard, first of all, ledgers and everything, it is so hard. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do corporate. I'm such an extrovert, guys. I'm such an outgoing person. I love change. I can't stay in one place for the whole year. So I was just like, no, this is not going to work for me. I'm not going to be a chartered accountant for the rest of my life. This is not me. There's people for that and it works out for them, but it's just not for me. It gave me anxiety. I was like, okay, now I need to find myself. I need to find myself now because I'm in grade 12 and I need to look for a school to study for the following year. What am I going to study? What do I like? What do I want to do? I did not know who I was at the time. I'm 17. I know nothing about what I want to do for a living. I know nothing about what I like. Literally the smallest things, guys, my favorite chocolate, cake or whatever, I knew nothing, the basics. And I was just like, okay, now I need to sit down with myself and see the things that I actually like as a person and who I really am and what I represent. So I was like, you know what, it's okay, sharp. I wanted to sing growing up. In primary, that's what I wanted to do. I loved it. I still do. Whether I sing in the shower or whatever the case may be, I still sing. I still love it. I sing by myself and hopefully someone's gonna recognize my voice and they're gonna love my voice. But for now, it's just, yeah. Okay, cool, let me figure this out. So I like singing, right? And growing up in J, I was a dramatic kid. I was a very dramatic kid. I used to speak to myself in the mirror. Like I would literally be esihle and play the characters or speak to the character that I'm speaking to. So it was just, yeah, that's how I knew that, okay, let me just try maybe this acting thing. It's in the entertainment industry, it's in the media industry. It's something that I like. I love being in the spotlight. I love attention. So I was like, you know what? Let me do this acting thing. Mind you, guys, I do not know what acting is. I used to watch movies and I was just like, okay, I'm watching this movie. It's nice, but that's it. People were talking about credits, you know, when you're watching a movie, after the movie's finished, there's credits and you see who the best director was or the best producer or the best actor or the makeup artist. And I was just like, guys, what is that? This is me in grade 12. I know nothing about acting, but I want to study it. I was like, okay, let me start there. Let's research, you know, what acting is, what it entails. I was like, okay, let me do my research, right? So I did my research and I watched a lot of movies, you know, and after the movie, I would look at the credits to see the directors who directed certain movies. I'd learn about the actors and I'd watch them on YouTube, you know, how they felt doing a particular scene, if this is their passion, if they enjoy doing acting, and if it's something that one can do. Everything that entailed a crew member in a film, in a series, in a commercial. I came to the conclusion, okay, Shab, this seems like a cool thing to do. It seems like something fun. Let me look for schools. I was not going to go to UWC or UCT for acting. I was like, never, no way. It's varsity, guys, so much theory. I was just like, nah. So there was this friend of mine at the time, had this boyfriend, and they were very smart. So, and they knew a lot of things, man. So he was like to her, yo, there's a school called After for your friend who wants to do acting. There's a school called After. It's a college. They don't do exams like in writing, like paper, sit down and do an exam. I was like, what? It's based more on practical work. You're gonna be acting, you're gonna be, yeah, it's just gonna be more practical. The theory is probably just like assignments and presentations. I was like, oh, okay, let me research about After. It's the first time I have heard of After, and I was like, okay, let me research After and see. I researched After, and I was like, okay, this is something I can do. I want to do more practical work. Obviously, to become a great actor, you can't just be sitting down and writing notes. You have to actually do the work, you know, do monologues, do dialogues, whatever the case may be. Do scene works with people. Record yourself doing those things. A lot of things that you need to know about being an actor, but that's for another video. So yeah, I was like, okay, cool, let me do this thing. Let me research this thing. And I researched Bandase and I find out that After costs like 80k. 80,000 a year. And there's no bursary. At the time, nobody told me about any bursary. They were like, there's no bursaries for After. I was like, wow, I need to sell this to my mom and my dad, and I need to make them understand that this is what I want to do. And that I'm passionate about it. That time I only know about it for like 2 seconds. And that it's gonna bring me money. Hopefully it'll bring me money. I did not know, guys, bands about his struggles along the way, but sharp. I convinced my parents that, okay, this is what I want to do, and sharp, I go to After, guys. You know, I think they also came to the open day at school. You know, when they bring, when high schools bring in varsities, different varsities to come in and speak to us, you know, about their school in particular and the subjects that they offer and the modules that they offer. So I think After had came as well, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, either way, I did my research, full-on research on After, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I decided right then and there. I was like, there's no going back. I'm going to be paying 80k for 3 years, and I need to fall in love with this thing. So first year came. You need to choose 2 subjects for first year that you can decide what you want to do. So I did directing my first semester, and then second semester in the first year I did acting. So I did directing the first semester. I was like, whoa, this is nice, you know, this is cool, this is so creative, this is so, oh my gosh, I get to tell people what to do and how to do it, you know, directing my own film. And I came up with a really good concept, guys. This is my first year. I know nothing about acting that time, but in my first year I did a lot of research. I did directing, and then in my second semester, the first year, I did acting. And there are people who sit there and watch you act. In a classroom, you can get a class full of 40 people, 50, which is not bad compared to like big varsities like UCT or UWC. So you sit there and there's these people who are just like watching you, and mind you, these other people come from schools that did drama. They know about acting. This is what they're passionate about. They've been wanting to do this. Others are older and they've come back to finish their studies and they've been in the industry, and you're just like, what? You there, you know nothing about acting. I remember my first monologue in front of everyone. I was just so nervous. I was just so scared. I felt so judged. But one thing I loved about my class, or about the school in fact, is that we never really judged each other. We were always very competitive, in a good way, in a good sense, because you know you want to do better. You want to do better than the next person, and because of that, now you strive to do better than the other person. You know, you don't compare yourself in a sense that, okay, I think I'm better than you. You know, you're not better than anybody. Everybody's better in their own way. But it's just a matter of, I want to do good, I want to do better, I want to be an actor. That's why I'm here spending so much money. Yeah, I learned that over the years. But yeah, after that first monologue, first scene being watched by everyone, and after that people clapping and saying, wow, you were so good, I was like, okay, let me actually, you know, pay attention to this like properly. And I literally practiced the entire 3 years. I fell in love with acting. By the second year I was, you know, I was an actor. Then I graduated in 2019. That was it. Now we get to the struggles of being an actor. So it's been since 2019. I graduated in 2019, in 2021. It's been 2 years, basically 1.5 years since I've graduated. Because in school I was always just, you know, we were in school, we were studying, doing practicals. We had no time to do industry work. We had no time to be going to auditions like professionally, in production companies, etc. So it was just always in school. Then sharp, I graduated, and yeah, now what? They gave you a degree now, sis. Now you go find work. I got into an agency. That's the first thing you should do as an actor. You must always have an agent, especially if you're an upcoming actor. If you're used to this, if you've been in the industry, then you know what to do. But yeah, if you're an upcoming actor, you need to look for an agent. It helps you. It just makes things easier for you. They look for jobs for you, especially if you are a talented actor. If you're a person who's hardworking, book a gig, you'll book it soon enough, more than you know. So for me personally, I was so scared because first of all, the struggle of being an actor is the connections. So you need connections as a person to make it work in the industry. In the media, in the entertainment industry, you need connections. And it's what I did not have, what I do not have. Literally, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't know a lot of people. Even in school, I literally had like 3 or 4 friends, and that was it. I never used to speak to anybody, and it wasn't because it's paramisile. It was simply because I was just shy. I just didn't know how to make friends, you know. I love acting. I'm an outgoing person when I'm, you know, behind the screen, but when it comes to being social, and it wasn't really me. As much as I am outgoing and extrovert, once I get to know you, obviously I'm very loud and everything, but if I don't know you yet, I become a bit shy. So I never really made friends. So that's the struggle that I had of being an actor. Connections. You need to have connections, because this is how the industry works now. You get a role because ubani knows ubani from there, and then you come and audition. You don't even have to audition these days to get a role, because of the connections that you guys have, that people have. If you're still in varsity and you want to become an actor, make friends. Even if you're outside, like go out, you know. It's winter now, so it's gonna be a bit hard. But go out, make friends, meet people, especially like in creative spaces. I love being in a creative space because you get to meet, you know, not just actors but musicians, you know, people who play certain instruments, you know, people who are art workers, like proper like art drawings and paintings and everything. You get to meet a lot of creatives, man. Videographers and etc. People you can work with, people you can collaborate with. Because of connections, influencers become actors. And I'm not saying that an influencer shouldn't become an actor, but it's just hard on the people who went to school for it, who paid 80K for it, and there you are when now you have 500K followers, and you decide one day that you want to be an actor, and you go tell Tabo's the director of some big production, and Tabo's like, okay, sharp, I'll put you in my role. You know, connections work like that, guys. The degree is not gonna help, honey. That's what I know now. You just need to be a talented human with connections, even if you're not talented at this point, if you're an influencer at this point. Second struggle of being an actor is people assume we have money. Some actors do. I'm not gonna dispute that fact, but just being an actor alone, I don't think that's the truth, the whole truth to it. One has to be doing other things apart from acting to have a lot of money, but especially in South Africa, in the South African industry, no, honey. Yo, no, there's no money here. Go look up, guys, if fans are missing. In the arts and culture department, fans is missing, so yeah, it's a tough situation to be in. It's a tough country to be in. In the entertainment industry. So yeah, people assume that we have money, and this is true maybe for actors who've been in the industry, you know, the legends, you know. It's true for them because obviously they know who you are. They just call you and be like, yo, I want you. You don't even have to audition at that point. You're a legend. Why are you auditioning for who? For what? They know most. They know how you act. So it's maybe true for those people, but if you're an upcoming actor and you haven't been in the industry for quite some time, then you literally get 2 cents. People take advantage of you. People will take advantage of you. They will pay little money because you don't have experience, you know, in the professional world. You can be good, but you're an upcoming actor, they will take advantage of you, and it's okay. It's okay, because that's how the legends as well went through it. They were taken advantage of as well, and it's just the way of life. If you're still new to this thing, then it is what it is. Money is not guaranteed. There's no money, guys. That's not my lazy actors. Asinayo imali ngicela, guys. Asinamali. There are struggling actors, and right now, I don't want to say I am one because, you know, the power of the tongue, but Gooby, guys, I literally shot the Sentrum, which you guys should watch, please. It plays Thursdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. on SABC2. I am one of the lead characters, so please do watch. We need your support for viewers. So that maybe we can get a season 2. You never know, you know. So yeah, please guys, like, please watch the Sentrum. Anyway, I literally shot the Sentrum and that was it. I haven't gotten anywhere. I last was on set in March this year, 2021, and that was it. So now what? You know, I have been getting auditions, I've been getting briefs, I've been going to auditions, but I never seem to land a role. And some cases it's not because I wasn't good enough, or, you know, it could be technicalities. I am quite short, I am quite thick, and certain people, certain production companies, they want, you know, certain looks. So it's hard, guys. It's hard because competition is tough. So booking gigs is not guaranteed, and because you don't book those gigs, money is not guaranteed. You're not getting any income. Auditioning is a struggle. I think I'm one of the actors, and I'm not the only one. I was speaking to one of the legends that I worked with, and she was like, yo, auditioning, I hate it with my life passion. I've been auditioning for my whole life, but I still hate it. And I was like, okay, I'm not the only one, guys. I hate auditioning. Auditioning is a struggle. It gives me anxiety, especially when you get there and there's so many people who look like you, not necessarily look like you, but they're here to audition for the same role, and you're like, fuck, she looks better than I do, they're gonna choose her. You know, and you'll get those girls that are chilling there unbothered, and you're just like, wow, I hate it, guys. I really hate it. I hate putting myself out there, having to be vulnerable and audition for people. I'm just like, nah. For some people they enjoy it, but I really don't like auditioning. I like to know that I received the role and I can work towards that character. And then my next point is, an actor should have multiple streams of income. You have to have multiple streams of income as an actor. Like I said, work is not guaranteed. What are you gonna do when you have to pay for rent, when you have to pay for your car, when you have to pay for groceries, when your family is waiting on imali because they don't have? So one has to look for multiple streams of income, and I pray I knew this when I was studying, so I could have started my YouTube channel then and be serious about it, and not delete, well, sell. I sold my Instagram account that had 15k followers. If I knew this is what life was going to be like, then I wouldn't have done that. But I wish I knew the things that I know now. Obviously, you need to find something that you love doing apart from acting, because work is not guaranteed, and you can't sit here and wait. You can literally get work in 6 months, even, God forbid. I spent lots of money doing this thing, and I would love to get work, but it's not up to me. She needs to find another way to make money apart from acting. When I speak about multiple streams of income, because as an actor you need to have money for show reels, headshots, TV, auditions. How are you gonna get to these auditions, honey? And these auditions can be very far. So as an actor, just guys, I do not know. Also the uncertainty that one has. You can't buy a house, and if you're an upcoming actor and acting is the only thing that you're doing, you cannot buy a house, because you're gonna, let's say you get a contract for 3 months, 4 months as a lead character, you won't be guaranteed work after you guys finish shooting. So where are you gonna get the money, sis, to pay for your house? So one can't get a house, one can't buy a car without being certain that, okay, I have this acting job, and even if it ends, I have money on the side. I have another thing that I'm doing on the side. You can't have big responsibilities if you're an actor. You can't be buying stuff on contract as an actor, because when the show ends, when the production ends. Those are the struggles that we deal with as actors. When you have long periods of unemployment, because that's what being an actor entails. You can have long periods of unemployment, waiting on a job, waiting for a gig, waiting for somebody to book. It's even harder when you don't have an agent. So, and you need connections, and you need money. So yeah, that all can lead to depression and anxiety. I remember I was in this, after the Sentrum, and there was no work. Literally, I was just really in a depressive state. Just like thinking to myself, should I have done this? Should I have chosen acting? I should have done something else. I should have paid attention to something else as well. By Indoni, I really don't know, because this is what I'm passionate about. I love acting, but there's not a lot of work for us, or a lot of roles for people who look like me, or people are not creating as much as they probably should. But also, Mali, ayikho in South Africa. It's not Mali to be creating films constantly, telenovelas constantly, good ones in fact, because the whole budget. This is the space that I find myself in right now. It's a space of what do I do? Because I don't want to be a struggling actor. One thing I don't want to be is a struggling actor, and there are struggling actors out there. You can't do a 9 to 5 if you want to pursue your career as an actor, because you always have to be available for auditions, for self-tapes, etc. So don't glamorize acting, because it's not all that, especially when you're struggling. But it can be really nice for you. It can really, also if you go with it without the whole thing, you want to be famous thing, and you just want to act, be a storyteller, be a creative, share, you work with everybody, then it should work for you. If you want to be famous and shit. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it. What are you guys waiting for? And then guys, I need to reach 1,000 subscribers. Like, help me reach 1,000 subscribers, please. I'll see you next time on Ace's Diary.